It's your boy Jens to stop being dirty, stop eating dirty. Like, yo, could fathers get a break? Like, I love being a dad. It's the greatest responsibility, job, obligation, all the above that I've ever had. Like, my children literally, when they were born, they saved me. And I can't get into detail about what I mean by that specifically, but they saved me. They saved me in situations where they were able to give me a balance of, is this worth it? When you're moving reckless and I'm not saying you don't have nothing to live for. I never was that too crazy deep into shit to that extent, but I'm talking about they help me make better decisions. With that being said, yo, how my daughter's dance recitals on Father's Day? I knew that for like 2 weeks, whatever. We like, yo, instead of brunch, we'll do dinner. Then they hit me up talking about my son's Taekwondo belt and whatever ceremonies on Father's Day. Oh, come on, man. Like, at Mother's Day, you know what I did on Mother's Day? I took my mother and my sister out, and then I went to work. Ain't no recitals, ain't murder, mook. Oh, my God. Murda Mook. What's going on with you? What's going on with Murda Mook right now? Murda Mook is on a stealing bar tour. He's on a stealing bar tour, a press run. First, he put out that dirty little nobody ever seen barbershop school assembly battle saying that Big K took bars from that battle. I ain't even getting into that. That's as much as I want to say about that. If he did, he didn't, defended him, not defended him. It's just like, okay. Then you got Big K like, oh yeah, well look at these bars that I heard before that you said. And then it gets weird, like the similarities and did you take this and did you take that? Y'all messing up. I don't think you could literally do this, but y'all low-key in your own dirty way, like, affecting a classic. Good thing the battle's not out and all this BS that Murda Mook mostly is doing after the battle, like kind of like you know what it is? Like Murda Mook, if you feel like you won, you not moving like someone who feels like they won. Posting that and then posting something else and like talking about like why, like going so hard to go at the opponent's rounds towards you instead of promoting why your rounds were good enough to have won the battle doesn't look good. Like, oh, well, he said this and I heard that before and he said this and it wasn't true, so he didn't win. More so like, yo, did you hear what I said in my first? Did you hear what I said in my third? How could he win if I said this? I feel like that's more like a winner's way to handle things. That's just my opinion on it, though. You know what I'm saying? So now, fast forward, Murda Mook is just in this who stole what bag. He's doing an interview, and he says some true things in it. He says about, like, he mentions, like, yo, I remember a time where, like, the industry rappers, like the mainstream rappers, used to kind of, like, downplay battle rap as if they didn't watch it, but they were really in tune with it. I could believe that to be true. I believe, like, the entity of battle rap was something that was kind of, like, very, very low tier on the respect aspect of hip hop, because it's like, yo, where's your hit records? Like, where's your big chains in your houses? You just battle rap, which I always thought was corny. The certain people that like did advocate certain shit like that was whack, because it's the essence. Like, this is where it really started. Like, in the sense of even like before you were even like talking about like what you did. Like your hit records or my hit records or your bars towards me or my bars towards you. It was like, yo, I had just raps against your raps. That's technically battle rap. Like, you could call it a cipher, but you would judge who's the best person in the cipher. And you know what I'm saying? It's the essence. It really is. So to even downplay that is dirty. And then, like, I do believe when Murda Mook says a lot of industry rappers were like, it just became cool to say, yeah, I rock with battle rap. I feel like that's true. I feel like it wasn't until so many years ago where like real mainstream artists was like, yeah, I've always been in tune. I remember when. But when it was actually happening, no one's ever mentioned it. Ever. Like, nobody. And it was, do y'all notice? Like, write in the comments, subscribe to the channel, please. Like, do y'all remember? Am I bugging? Or was like, you always hear that, right? It's always like, yo, I used to watch. Don't you always hear rappers say that? Mainstream artists always say the used to shit. But they never talk about, like, they never had mentioned, like, while it was happening, like, yeah, I just watched this battle, or like, Sue Smack DVD, I just copped this DVD. That really wasn't happening. So now to this Mook situation. Mook, don't do that. You ain't doing that with Banks. Not the Punchline King. Not Jamaica Queens. Y'all know where I'm from. Like, stop. Lloyd Banks was one of my biggest inspirations ever to do this battle shit. You know what I'm saying? Lloyd Banks was my favorite rapper growing up. You know what I'm saying? Then I got into, like, Cassidy, the J.R. Writers. I always was into the punchline having rappers, like, which makes sense of why I was so, you know, attracted and drawn to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, salute to J.R. Writers, salute to Lloyd Banks, Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? And then when I started seeing battle rap, you know, like the Murda Mook's, T-Rexes and all that, for real, that can never change nothing. I don't care if I don't like Murda Mook's certain rounds or bars, or if I thought he lost something. At the end of the day, he's an inspiration to me doing this shit and a lot of other people. With that being said, Murda Mook talking about Lloyd Banks stole his bars. He like, yeah, you know, I rock with Blue, like trying to call him Blue, like I really get down cool like that even, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I'm lost right now. Jackie Robinson, dog, am I going that way? Shit. I'm lost in Brooklyn. He was saying, like, yeah, you know, I even hit Lloyd Banks up talking about, yo, you took these bars from me. Like, and Banks, like, he almost tried to say, he basically, so many words tried to say that Lloyd Banks took bars from him, and he hit Lloyd Banks up about it, and, like, Banks acknowledged that he actually did take the bars from him. Like, I'm like, what? Yo, everyone's just stealing bars to Mook? Then Banks goes and he sees that, he writes to it, he writes the cap emoji. Like, that is cap. Like, it's just, like, what are you gonna say to that? Like, did Lloyd Banks, a dude who's been rapping before Murda Mook was born, you know, have to steal a Murda Mook bar? Or, you know, and then they're like, oh, what bars was it? He's like, oh, you know, in another interview, I'll say what bars it was. Like, you didn't even actually say what bars that he actually took from you. And he's like, yeah, maybe one day. It just seemed weird, man. I don't know why that's happening. I mean, I honestly think, like, if he felt like he did that, like, if he felt that he took his bars, for real, it's just a bad time to have came out and say this, because the whole, like it seems like that's all he's talking about right now. Like, I feel like the battle should be promoted. I feel like his rounds should be better promoted. I feel like he has some dope shit mixed with some mediocre shit. And what I said, even the mediocre shit he even made dope, like the ABC, we done heard it 100 times. You know what I'm saying? You know, I even did that Humpty Dumpty, leave your head on the wall. The way he said it wasn't so ass. Like, people trying to make it seem like that was the, I think he said it I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing that he was really saying was really like, wow, this is terrible. I didn't feel that way at all. I just think Big K was better. And I feel like Murda Mook, this is one of those, like, yo, you going out bad right now, bro. I wish Murda Mook could see this and hit me up. I know we talked before on my old Instagram page. I don't have the Stop Being Dirty page no more. I have just my It's Jim's page. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he hit me up after the Tay-Rock battle, said that he rocks with the channel. So I can imagine he's still, you know what I'm saying, rocks with the channel. And I rock with Mook. I just feel like, you know, it's like, I really fucks with Mook to a point where I feel like, damn, bro, like, this ain't looking good. Like, stop doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You a pioneer in this shit. You a GOAT. And it's like, it just seems weird when he coming out, like, trying to be like, people took these bars and Big K stole bars and now Lloyd Banks took your bars. Like, damn, bro, it's just a little crazy. So, but what do y'all think? Do you think there's a chance Lloyd Banks took a Murda Mook bar? What do you think? Do you think people blatantly take bars, or like similarities, or both? I think some people definitely have 10-4 shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna bring up the people in battle rap because like they already dealt with that stain and got past it, so I don't want to relive it. But people have got caught flat out taking verses, taking bars, taking ghost riding and all kind of shit like that. But I feel like as far as like, I feel like great minds think alike, and a lot of things could be similar sometimes, and like sometimes a coincidence is actually a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Lloyd Banks took none of his shit. If he thinks that he has a right to, I just feel like right now we need to be promoting this battle. He needs to be promoting his rounds and promoting the dope bars that he did have in the battle, you know what I'm saying? I still have him taking that first round, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? Big K taking the second, and then the third round, I got Big K as well, but there's gonna be plenty of people saying Mook won too, because this fan base is like that. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I'm Lloyd. What am I, Logan Street? What kind of Wolverine shit is this? I'm on Jamaica. All right, I'm lost as shit. I thought I was in Brooklyn. This is, yo, I'm in that part of Brooklyn that like one block right over there is Brooklyn. But let me get back to it. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and stop being dirty. What the fuck am I?